Howdy y'all, Matt here, Seattle Speed Shop, and today we're back working on the coupe. We're gonna install this, so stay tuned. Get this on here, we'll kind of go over the process, and when we're all done, we'll take it for a spin, and hopefully we got a more better, super fast, excellent hot rod. So stay tuned. Alright, so we gotta get this off of here, and we're gonna install the dual carb intakes. So let's start breaking this down. Those are the choke parts. That's certainly loose. So this should actually end up being a pretty simple swap. Famous last words, right? Real quick, just show you the manifold. This is a Vortex. I believe this is a reproduction, Secrets of Speed type thing. I can't exactly remember, but we will get this thing installed, and hopefully it's awesome. Alright, so I had to pull off one of the carbs just to get access to the manifold bolts. So let's get that back on. So I've never run a dual updraft, so I'm kind of curious how well this will perform in comparison to, say, a downdraft Stromberg. So now that we're mounted, carbs are on, we got a couple things we gotta do. We need to get some linkage to get these talking to each other and get it talking to the gas pedal. And we're gonna need to make some fuel lines. And we're gonna need to see if we can make the choke work. So, I'm not super worried about any of that, but it may take a little tinkering. So I'm going to dig up for some linkage, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I think this linkage actually came with this. It was in the car, so seems like it's going to work. That's maybe a little There we go. I'm not liking the way this is looking, to be honest. It just isn't meeting up how I would have expected. Alright, so I thought that this maybe was two-piece held together by this collar, but this collar is adjustable, which makes this a lot easier. So alright, that is alright, that seems pretty happy right there. So we'll get the set screw in. That seems much happier. I'll go ahead and tighten this. Alright, I'm happy with that. I think next I'm going to see if I can get the choke rod to talk to this. And then we'll start worrying about fuel lines. Well, I actually just realized something else. So while we have that set up, that's great. This carburetor is supposed to be here, and this carburetor is supposed to be here. The reason I am thinking that is because the choke rod comes out and hits this one, which has this little adjuster on it. That doesn't talk to the stock choke rod. So alright, so just move you over here. Supposedly this intake came off a running car, so hopefully we're not going to have too many troubles trying to get things working. put this one back on. I have to say, I do have some concerns about all the hot air that this carburetor will be sucking in right by the exhaust. I'm sure that's not the best for performance, but I mean, what can you do? So, I'm sure, at least I hope, it will all perform better than the single updraft. If not, maybe we'll put a downdraft on it. All right, I think we're in business there. All right, that looks like it may work actually. Guess we gotta figure out. Let's see, it's that. Well, we may have to get some more springs to give us some spring back, but we'll at least be able to choke it on and off while we try and start it. I'm going to go dig around in my stash, and hopefully we can come up with something to make the fuel lines all talk. I would normally build a metal line for this, but the owner requested rubber, so I'm doing what they want. So sometimes that's just what you got to do. So I will do some digging for some fuel line and maybe a couple fittings, and I'll bring you back. See you in a bit. Well, I've spent a fair amount of time digging through the parts bins and whatever. I cannot find the stuff that Doug bought to do the fuel line on this one. So for now, I've got this vintage fuel block. So we're just going to use this for now. I know where he lives, so I can get it back. So we're going to go ahead, get the fuel lines hooked up. I may need to run to the gas station actually and get some gas for this car. It's getting pretty low. We'll see. So I'm going to scare up a couple hose clamps and we'll be on our way. Another quick tech tip from Matt. Get yourself a hose cutter. If you're like me and you really hate jagged edges on your hoses when you cut them, cheap tool, makes the job good. Yeah, highly recommended. Just go Look at that beautiful, beautiful cut. I gotta admit, I'm getting real tired of working in the front shop because all my tools are in the back shop. So I gotta admit, this is kind of a hokey setup for fuel delivery. This is not going to be permanent. But I want to get this video done for you, and I want to see if this works. So here we are. It's going to be, nope. That'll work. Alright, so we've got a fuel line that looks janky and should probably work. This is just temporary, guys. Don't judge me. I'm just trying to make sure this all works, and then once it does, we will go through the process of building a more robust and prettier line. So I think our next test is we'll turn the fuel on and we'll see if we got any leaks. Oh. So far so good. Looks like we got a little leak. Alright, that appears to be more better. Get our tools cleaned up a little bit. Well, I guess let's see if this thing will start. Fuel on, key on, and neutral. I'm gonna clean up my mess and we're going for a ride. Well, let's get you set up and we'll go for a ride. All right, we just got back from our test drive. I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. It drove awesome. It's definitely got more power. Got a little bit of tuning to do. It wants to die when you jam on the brakes really hard, so that's probably float level. I want to get some gaskets before I tear into that, just in case I tear a gasket or whatnot, because it runs right now. I can move it in and out of the shop, and that's pretty great. So I would say the install went really well, not complicated at all. Very almost easier really than doing the distributor. So yeah, we'll leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you all for watching and all the likes and all you guys subscribing, and especially all the comments that you guys leave on the videos. I really enjoy interacting with you guys in the comment section. It's really fun. Yeah, so I'm just I'm pumped with this. It's awesome. I'm pumped with how the channel's doing. So yeah, we'll see you next time. And next time you see this, I've got some body modifications to make. That might be a couple weeks before we bring it back, but you're going to want to tune in next time for that. And it's not a top chop. So if you guys have any ideas what you think I'm going to do, hit us up down in the comments and let us know. So yeah, we'll check you guys later. Get out in the shop, get something done on your project. We'll see you on the road.